Hello and welcome to our Friday check-in. Today I'm going to use this Sharpie highlighter. I actually have not used a more traditional highlighter in forever because I really like mild liners, but my mild liners do not live at my desk. So let's dive into our list for this week. So I did free write and I actually did get a formal write-up of the section. Quite lovely. I'm super excited that I got both those things done. It's looking much better. I did compose that. It took some time and I submitted it. I composed the thing. It took me a long time. Right? It took me at least a pomo. Yeah, at least a pomo. Sent it off in less than the pomo break, right? In less than 5 minutes, I got a response from my advisor, which was a positive response. But, you have those moments where you're like, I spent forever writing that. And then it took the person 2 seconds to respond. So that's good. Okay, I did manage to revise those materials. And I did do the colloquium inquiry. So yay. Whew, let's see. 3 paragraphs. All right, we did get caught up. Made some good progress there. I actually managed to do all of it, so woo! A couple of these were done in less than ideal circumstances, but I did it, and that's really what counts. And I enjoy reading those 3 paragraphs. This is not a painful task for me. It just demands varying levels of attention, and sometimes it takes longer because the students upload pictures of the handwritten document they've created, and they don't always upload it so I can look at it the same direction. We have to use Google Drive for this because there's no way to do it with any of the other tools that Notre Dame has. And it's not perfect. It's not a perfect system, but I got through it this week. Now, unfortunately, I did not get as much time to grading essay number 1. You can see over here, Friday, I'm going to do 6 of them, which only takes about 3 poems. I can get through these at a reasonably fast pace, but I definitely did not do that. So I did grade 6. So I got through this top line here. So that was quite good. But I didn't get to the other 6, and I have 18 students. So I'm gonna have to suck that up next week. But there you have it. And then prepping Thursday, that definitely got done. It didn't go perfectly. I actually had a problem in my class on Thursday because the activity I designed did not take nearly as long as I expected. So I had designed a discussion component and I just ended up kind of on the spot generating a more structured discussion, which I think worked fine. I'm not even sure the students were very aware that a lot of what we did was, more based on what they were telling me than my pre-planning about this is how the discussion should go, or I want to make sure I hit these points. But I do think they did my students did some really good job wrestling with the ideas. And I think that the structure that I kind of created on the spot did help facilitate that. So it was fine, but I didn't quite prep enough material in retrospect. And part of it is just some of the things my students intuitively get. They're so smart. They just get it right away. I can't predict. And then there's some things that I have been thinking about and working with for so long, I don't even have a sense of this is the part they're going to struggle with, and this is going to be the easy part. All the parts I think are hard for them, they just get, and all the parts I think are easy, they're struggle bus. So this was just a timing thing. I could have let them out sooner, but I don't like to do that. I want to make sure that we use the time to think philosophically, and there's lots of different ways to do that. So it was a little bit stressful, but in the end, I think it worked out fine. But I need to learn that about prepping in the future. And I think I've talked about it on here before a little bit. It's important that I have been kind of more diligently prepping and thinking okay, what if I run out of material? What are we going to do? And spending some time in advance thinking about that. But I just didn't do it this week. So, and of course, the one time you don't do it, right? That's the time you really needed it. So I really do need to be mindful of that and not get lazy about it. That's really the takeaway. So I did prep, I reviewed the material. The material though was a little bit too familiar. It was something I taught before. It's actually not necessarily the best position to be in, I think, as a teacher. So there you go. I did do it though. I did what was on this list. Send inquiry to mentors, yeah. I need 4 mentors and I have like 2.5. I have one person that is willing to be a mentor remotely. That's not like ideal situation. It could work, but I would, if we can find somebody in the flesh, I think I prefer that. But I made progress. We've got closer to enough than we did before. I did submit those materials. I did not email Mimi. This was largely because she took a little bit more time to respond to my inquiry, and I didn't want to, flood her with things for me. And then Halloween stuff in the attic, that did get done. Bills, of course, didn't get done because who am I? I'm somebody who just doesn't address those kind of responsibilities. And recording is getting done right now. Yay! Okay, so let's flip it over. Decomposition to intelligibility. Yes, we actually kicked butt on that. It went faster and easier than I expected. I think that I was pacing this task like the same pacing that it was taking for me to originally come up with the ideas, and I already kind of have the ideas. I just need to actualize them. I just need to explain them. That is a much faster process. So I got this done easier than expected because I wasn't adequately respecting the part of the process I'm currently in. So we did the letters of rec, got squared away, and I did manage to revise the materials. I didn't quite revise all of them. I revised some of it, but okay. Still, I revised some things. Got the car squared away. Bills, I suck. Catch up on 3 paragraphs, and essay grading. Well, I haven't finished the essay grading, so can't check that one off. I did find more mentors. I didn't find all of the ones I needed though, but I did send the materials, and I decided not to schedule that meeting. So there you go. There's my week. I mean, whatever. Sometimes it just feels like, okay, I didn't do all the grading, but this was a huge deal. I really got it done. I feel really good about that. Maybe none of this other stuff matters. I don't know. I don't know if that's how you should think about research. But at the end of the day, I know I can get through these essays because it's actually not that time consuming. I originally thought it was going to take me longer than it is. So I feel okay about that. So overall, it's not a bad week. It's definitely not a bad week. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Imperfect, as always, but at least substantive progress was made. All right, thanks so much for stopping by, guys.